name is Bonnie Adolf, and I am the Project Manager of Statler Eco Resources and the Water Use Plan projects. Statler Eco Resources was incorporated in 2012, and we are the financial arm of Statler Chiefs Council. The Water Use Plan is a document that defines the operating conditions to be imposed on hydro facilities. It considers a range of values including environmental, social, and economic. Water Use Plan guidelines have been prepared by the BC Water Comptroller and are summarized. 1. Protection of fish and aquatic habitat. 2. Flood control. 3. Dam safety. 4. Power generation. 5. First Nation issues. And finally, drinking water, irrigation, etc. There are 16 WAP monitoring projects and 2 works projects that were awarded to Statler Eco Resources following the completion of the Bridge System Water Use Plan in March of 2011. CER's goals for 2014-15 are to introduce more capacity building, job shadowing, and each of the monitoring projects, implement training needs and requirements, and to employ Statler technicians into higher positions such as biologists and hydrologists within each monitoring project.
So when we radio track any species of salmon we're doing, we got this receiver and all the telemetry stations, which are on 4 points of the river, so they tell us exactly how high up the river they come and where they're going. So if they pass the very top site, we pick up the radio code, and they all have different codes and frequencies that that tell us where they go exactly, and if they pass a certain point of the river. And we also have a fish counter, so with video surveillance, so we can ID the different species and how many different fish are going through the fish counter, because it doesn't tell us what kind of fish are going through, but that's what the video surveillance does.
So this is a radio tag, and we're putting these inside the stomachs of a lot of the sockeye that we're tagging here for this project. And what this does is it sends out a simple little signal that has a unique identification code associated with it, and we're able to track the movement of the fish as they move from downstream in the Fraser River all the way up into the Seton River here and up past the dam and all the way to their spawning grounds at Portage Creek or up at Gates as well. So this is the tag that we use to track their movements. We also put a number of other things in these fish. This little guy here is called a pit tag, and this is just a simple microchip, the kind of thing that you would find in a dog, for example, to give it a unique identification number as well. And we use these for when we're recovering fish on spawning grounds, and also when they're moving up past the dam. We have a number of antennas that are right inside the dam that examine how fish move up past through there. And then to help us identify which fish we have actually tagged, we have these yellow spaghetti tags right here, and these get fastened to the back of the fish. We just tie them in a simple knot, and it hangs off the back of the fish. So we know that whenever we see a fish swimming around with one of these guys on there, we can immediately tell that fish is one that we want to take a second look at. It's one that we've tagged beforehand. And we also take blood from these fish the same way that you would do if you go to the clinic and get blood work done. It's the same procedure. It's a simple needle prick in the back of the fish. We take about 4 millimeters of blood, and we use that to run all sorts of analyses to look at levels of stress in the fish, and also to determine the sex of the individual. So if it was a male or a female, this is really important in all of our future analyses. So that's what this little guy is for. And that's pretty much all we do. The whole tagging procedure takes about 3 minutes, give or take a few. So it's quite interesting, all the things we do here.